Samuel Gordon's Nesca. Here with Trucker Man. We are reacting to...
When pranks turn deadly.
Oh no.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down because today we're talking about the deadliest pranks ever. If you're watching this video, chances are you played a prank on someone before. Maybe it was a...
Oh, I think I remember that video with the clown.
Oh, that's all a better one where he hit it, sprayed against the wall, and the guy saw it and just ran like hell.
Oh, yeah. If you saw someone using a mallet to crush someone's head and they're dressed in a clown attire, what would you do? Yeah, just running is the best option.
Dude, remember like, what was it, about 8-9 years ago, there was that weird clown thing that was going around? I'm surprised no one got shot over that.
I'm pretty sure there probably might be stories where people did get shot. But what's this one with the dinosaurs?
Harmless one you pulled on your friend, or maybe a senior prank at the end of high school, right? We've all done it. We're all pranksters here. Most of the time, pranks are pretty innocent. Some people, however, can take things a little too far. Not me.
Yeah.
I once bullied and pranked my teacher for having a miscarriage.
What?
I'm joking. I thought that was going to come out funnier. That really wasn't funny at all. If you're careless, it's easy for a prank to lead to serious injury or even death. And if you're playing a prank on a stranger, you truly have no idea how they're going to react to being messed with, right? You see all these...
Yeah. You never want to prank someone you don't know because there are so many repercussions that...
Or dealing with someone who's full-blown schizophrenic that... They're on the edge.
Oh, I bet you I know one of the stories he's gonna tell about the one kid who was like, it's just a prank, bro, and then he dies because he got shot.
They got shot in Texas.
At least once, and didn't hear about creepy clowns after that. Yeah, there you go.
Of course, it's gotta be Texas.
Oh, I feel so bad about Texas, though. It's my home state, and it's getting corrupted or something.
Yeah.
Fake YouTube pranksters. You put a real scenario in there. You never know who's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu master who has a gun. I have a gun! Today, I thought we'd talk about all the ways that pranks have led to people's untimely demise.
My favorite pranks are the kissing pranks.
Mommy makeout day.
I'm here at Venice Beach, and it's mommy makeout day.
I like pranking girls by kissing them. I like cutting off girlfriends' boyfriends' faces and pretending to be them. Who pranked you? Come here, babe.
Oh, dude. I never told you this story.
What?
Okay, so I was a young, I want to say maybe 14 years old. I was swimming in a swimming pool with a friend, and it was at our apartment complex. There was this random cute guy that I saw who was in the pool too, and my friend was like, I dare you to go kiss him, because I was telling her that I thought he looked cute and stuff, and I went over there and I did that, and his grandmother saw that, and she got she attacked her son because I kissed him. She like pulled him out and she like gave him a...
Going back to the conversion therapy camp or whatever.
Yeah, it was not right of me to have done, but I didn't realize that it's because I was a kid and stupid.
Kiss me. It's like a leather skin face mask. Come here, baby, I want to kiss you. No. Pranks have certainly escalated over the years, but still, even as far back as the 1900s, people have died due to what seemed like a harmless prank, like the thumbtack prank that killed a high schooler.
What?
This is a happy video, folks.
I used to put thumbtacks under people's seats all the time. You do it on my teachers. He got really mad. My geometry teacher, he was like, "Who did this?" Like that, and I was like...
You blamed your friends?
No, never my friends. Usually a very innocent bystander. And they're like, what? No, I didn't. And you're like, that person over there, I think.
My friends used to stab each other with like long needles during wrestling matches.
What we did is unfold the stapler and we would chase each other with them.
Really?
We're young and dumb.
Really? You did that?
I did that. Some other people did that. They were... Because when you come on, you get the swing around action.
Oh, and then if it actually staples...
Dude, my school kids were like, oh, I want to get a tattoo, but I'm not old enough yet. So let's go heat a knife up and carve myself. I know people who've done that.
Wow.
Because they wanted a tattoo.
Did that go well for them?
It looked like shit. I'll say when it healed, it looked like shit.
Lovely.
Painful. Do you think if you sat on a thumbtack, do you think you'd actually be able to have the needle go into your...
If you got Hank Hill ass.
You got a flat ass, boy. A popular athlete at a New York high school, 14-year-old Angelina Cerna, was subject to a prank that led to her death in 1930. A few students in her class had decided to play a prank where they placed a thumbtack on her chair. Classic. Well, I won't deny it's a classic. Maybe this is where it came from. When Cerna arrived, she sat on the tack. She reacted in pain, but refused to tell the teacher what had happened to avoid getting anyone in trouble. She's a martyr.
Yeah.
She went about her day, but later became incredibly ill to the point of having to stay home from school. Apparently,
She got
What?
sepsis.
They're about to say what is in that. Damn cuckoo birds. Damn cuckoo birds.
Yeah.
They're about to say, I bet she
injury
was
from the
rusted.
tack had caused an infection that became lethal. What started as a small bruise grew to a cyst as she eventually contracted blood poisoning, also known as sepsis.
Do you think someone like dipped it in poo?
What if we dipped it in cow shit before we...
Well,
that's horrible.
keep in mind, 1930s is before antibiotics were really well known. And this, back in the day, people get like just a little cut and that would kill you.
Wow.
Yeah, we live in modern times. Oh, hell.
That's horrible.
Oh, hell no.
So, wow. I could not fathom a small little tack prank would kill someone. But yeah, like you said, it was before a lot of antibiotics and junk.
Yeah, and depends on where they were. My grandfather died from was... Yeah, didn't your...
My grandmother died from sepsis.
Grandfather, but yeah.
Oh, my bad.
But, yeah, didn't your dad's wife pass away from sepsis?
Oh, yeah, because she had, like, blood poisoning.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called sepsis.
Oh, yeah. I believe she did. Of course, it was probably also accumulation of a bunch of things because she was already bedridden.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Did it. Like, why? I don't know, it's right here. It's the 30s. Our school's also a pig pen. Won't she smell it? No, the whole school smells like shit. Also, I found this tack out. It's been raining for 4 weeks straight. Yeah, it's a little rusty.
Wake up from now on. Oh, yeah. Well, just look before you sit.
So that reminds me of something. Our school, we had like an FFA thing going. They actually had a pig pen next to the, where we had to run for track. The smell of pig shit in hot, humid weather, I couldn't breathe. It was so bad. And I was running.
Yeah, run from the smell of poo.
No, we ran around into it and had to run out of...
Yeah, I bet you ran faster once you got around to it.
I'm about passed out.
Oh, God. Just hold your breath.
Rusty thumbtack.
Gotta do that.
The young teen had passed away, and the culprit had never been found. It even became national news, showing up in Time magazine, though the details were oddly brief. This is the Time magazine hard-hitting article from the 30s.
Now, okay, so since this was a female, I wonder if this was maybe a boy who was just maybe trying to get her attention. Like, I don't know. You know how boys play pranks on girls if they like them and junk?
Yeah, but this is back in the 30s. Who knows? Who knows anything?
I wonder if that
Tack.
ate them up inside.
Yeah.
In Mount Morris, New York, a joker put a tack on a chair of Angelina Cerna, who sat on the tack, squeaked, contracted blood poisoning, died.
Wow.
She a mouse?
She squeaked. Sat on tack, squeaked, died. And moved.
Thankfully, I haven't had the happen to me during my academy years. Some of the kids knew that I would put them in comas after school if they crossed me.
Move on to the next story. Let's talk light bulbs. Are you tired of candles? Everything's about to change. In 1949, gruesome deaths occurred after one man decided to attempt a particularly creative prank. So let's talk about the War of the Worlds recreation disaster. You may have heard of the War of the Worlds, which was a radio play based on the novel by H.G. Wells. This play, directed and narrated by Orson Welles, aired on Halloween in 1938. Orson Welles.
Yeah, I've heard about this story. You?
Yeah, where
They pretended that there was like an alien invasion.
people lost their shit.
Because they thought it was real.
Eating what? Yeah, light bulbs? I don't... Oh, yeah, you missed that guy was eating a light bulb.
Oh.
It has to be
Doesn't that
fake.
sound familiar? It's the guy who made Citizen
Glass?
Kane. It's true.
And he's a wino.
If you ever want a good, clean time, look up Orson Welles wine commercial. Show a clip.
102, take two. Ah, the French champagne.
It was an hour-long fictional news broadcast meant to simulate a Martian invasion. The narrator went through live updates detailing breaking news, from aliens using heat rays on nearby onlookers to full-on Martian invasions in major cities. While announcements were made explaining that this would be a work of fiction, people who tuned in late completely missed this. They thought that it was an actual
Oh, it's like when people tune in when you're in the middle of a stream and you're talking about something that's completely out of context.
Yeah.
And then the person's like, what the hell did I just miss?
Well, keep in mind, back in the 1930s, the only form of entertainment was radio broadcast.
Uh-huh.
There was no TV.
Radio demon.
No one's going to read the papers that much.
No one can read anyway. Yay!
Martian invasion that was happening nearby. Many fled their homes to escape it, and others relentlessly called the police station. And in the end, people realized it was all fake. Some claimed it was incredibly cruel, while others praised Orson Welles for his innovative storytelling and dramatic skills.
I don't think he was trying to prank people, though. Also, I think some people...
Yeah. He was probably not pranking people. He was, because he did say that they did say it was a story at the beginning. It's just some people missed that part, and they took it for something real because he was really good at acting.
Remember the line from Men in Black: "A person is smart, people are dumb, panicky animals."
Themselves.
I don't think that we talked about that, but that'd be kind of crazy. Well, Orson, they're dropping like flies out there. Over the alien heat rays? Yeah, they did not like that.
That's what my English teacher said.
It was all a performance.
Like, people started hearing the Martians were coming, so they pulled out the guns and shot themselves.
I've never heard that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Why? You don't even... Oh my goodness. Would you be that... What would make you want to do that?
I don't know.
If you thought well, I guess they were saying that the Martians were killing everyone.
I'm gonna go out fighting. Fuck it.
Yeah. Instead of taking the gun to yourself, you take it out to try to shoot the
E.T.
aliens.
will go home.
Of course, then people probably accidentally shot other people. I betcha.
That's what I was talking about, the clown prank.
Yeah, except, just paranoia.
Turning on your radio back then and hearing that. What? What's the magic box saying? Helga, run! I mean, fast forward to 1949, where two artists named Leonardo Paez and Eduardo Alcaraz decided to mimic this exact broadcast in Ecuador. The only difference was...
instead of taking the coward's way out. Yeah, see? Wolf agrees.
So they redid the prank in Ecuador.
Oh, really?
that Leonardo refused to announce that the work was one of fiction, despite Alcaraz begging for him to make it clear, which I love that. So I'm not...
Oh, okay, that guy was actually using that as a prank. Wow, what an asshole.
We all look at these influencers that do stupid shit online.
Uh-huh.
Nothing's changed. It's just the technology is more assholes are available.
Yep, and AI probably doesn't help with that, too.
Telling him. He's like, dude, you have to do it. Please just say it's a joke. He's like up to a mic.
Asshole!
You hear the Martians incoming? When the broadcast played on the radio station late that night, a similar panic ensued. Actors even joined the broadcast to double down on its legitimacy, imitating known government officials. This time, police, firefighters, and military were dispatched to fight off the supposed Martian invasion. People flooded churches to...
Oh my goodness! So they actually had actors that were really good with voice acting and made them sound like actual. Oh yeah, no, this one's not just full on just having a good time. This is just evil. Oh no! I guess it's a good way to
confess
make
their
the world
sins
come
before
together.
imminent death. I mean, it was a complete show. Eventually, the authorities realized it was all fake and announced it over the radio to calm people down. However, people were enraged that they had been duped. In response, over 100 people gathered around the radio station. What started as screaming and rock throwing slowly escalated to starting fires. The building was...
Peaceful protest.
Mostly peaceful protest.
Even the officials. Oh, lordy, yeah. Oh my goodness. Mostly peaceful protests.
being burned to the ground. And some people inside resorted to leaping off the roof to escape. 15 people had died in the chaos, including Leonardo's nephew and his girlfriend.
That's what happens when you
cry wolf.
Yep. That's why you don't do stuff like this. Oh, booty goody goody doody doo.
I'm thinking of that meme of Gundam always plays. Well, that just got out of hand.
It's fine. I got my, he said nephew, or...
Sounds like fire time.
Sounds like a fire. Oh, fire time. Yeah.
They actually got fired for real.
Oh. So, what he wanted to do as a prank ended up getting his nephew. I can't remember who.
Yeah, it said nephew.
Oh, nephew killed. You don't want to make the masses mad at you.
Invasion.
I'm just kidding. The guy's like impaled with like a sign or something. He's like, I should have made it clear. The riot would have been shut down earlier if police and firefighters had not all been busy preparing for the potential Martian invasion. So that's, you know, he did shoot himself in the foot there. Leonardo was detained alongside several others. Paez, on the other hand, escaped Ecuador to avoid being sent to jail. One hell of a radio play. You gotta give him that one hell of a radio play.
I also like how they're just like, oh, that worked in America. Let's.
Yeah, 100%. Also, like, what, 15 years earlier or something? So just like, oh, shoot, people forgot about that. We could totally do that. And there are even deadly pranks going back into the late 1800s.
Oh.
Let's talk about one that occurred on April Fool's Day, 1896.
Oh, well, it's April Fool's Day. Okay, that's actually coming up here.
Yeah.
April 1st. It's coming up.
Yeah.
Ooh, what kind of dangerous things can you get into? It's like the, what's it doing?
I'm just checking things.
What's it doing?
Don't mind me.
Okay. But anytime something stupid happens on April 1st, well, I guess they didn't have April 1st back then, maybe, or it just started out, and maybe not everyone knew about it, but, if anything stupid happens on April 1st, you must automatically know that it's a joke.
When a man literally scared his wife to death. You know, there's tons of videos online of usually women getting scared by their husband, and then they have to hold their panty area because they're peeing. Oh, come on, stop! Let me tell you something. If I try scaring my wife, it's a fight. She gets legitimately angry.
I know, I've scared her a couple times.
Yeah, she won't talk to you. She gets very, very upset. I even have to, like, when I'm walking in a room and I know she hasn't heard me yet, I have to be like, I have to, like, let my presence be known. And even then she's like, why would you do that? And I'm like, I'm trying to let you know I'm walking in the room, you nut.
She just did that the other day. I was leaving. I just said bye. She went,
yeah. It's fucking, you could just be doing anything, walking through the house, just walking.
I know.
Why would you do that? I mean,
Oh, so she's someone who can get easily spooked.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm someone who can get easily spooked. Like, I need to be, like, in a mental situation. Like, when I'm playing a horror game, that's when I can get easily spooked. But, like, just in neutral territory. Like, if you were to randomly go, that to me, depending on how my mental state is at the moment, I'm not going to get easily spooked.
Yeah. We should play the Backrooms by yourself this week.
No. You would hate me.
in a building. I'm walking through the house. So I have to like literally like look around and see her. I have to like let her know.
I feel like the older you get, the harder it is to find.
She's like, what is that? Oh, hey. I'm like, okay, I can enter the room now.
Got a double-edged sword though, because the cooing could freak her out.
That's the thing is there's no correct way to do it. In Nashville, a farmer named John Aaron.
Hold on. When April Fool's comes around, just hide yourself in your house. Lock yourself in until the day's over. Don't go out. Don't do anything. Just stay away in your nice little bunker. Hell, go out, go all the way down into your basement and hide until the day's over. Keep away from everyone.
I have to work that day, you know that.
Good luck. I hope there's no trucker pranks that are gonna be played on you. Nah. Okay, let's see what Fun Man
He's
has.
decided to play a prank on his new wife of several months. The plan was to dress up as a tramp, which was a phrase used to describe a homeless person back in the day.
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp. I also thought it was. I thought it was
never
a
knew
whore.
that.
Yeah, tramp stamp.
That's how they mark the homeless. Yeah. We're gonna put this right above your buttocks. Tramp. There it is. He got in his disguise, complete with a white mask, and not.
I learned something new today. I had no idea tramp was a term for a homeless.
Huh.
Interesting. If you spook the swinging, yeah.
Knocked on the door for the big surprise. She answered the door, and John loudly ordered her to make him dinner as a joke. Make me dinner! His wife was so horrified by what seemed like an aggressive stranger that she fainted and fell to the floor. She died an hour later, and it had
From
filled
head
him with
trauma.
so much grief that he later threatened to take his own life. I like how it's like he threatened it. He's like, I'm gonna do it. We're like, no, you're not. And he's like, okay. I'll be honest though, that's, you know, she's got a little pigeon heart. Maybe dinner.
Well, I'm not sure if she died from the heart attack because they said hours later. It might have been she hit her head and she died from a concussion.
Even still.
Yeah, I know. I'm a black belt in 3 martial arts. They try to prank me, then they either get hurt or be derp. Comatose. I had to think that. Oh, Truckerman used to do karate.
Yeah, for a couple of years, and then I had to go into. I did it because it was free in college, and then I got out of college. I didn't have money to do it.
Continue it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, still a little bit of moves still.
I got enough to know, but I'm not. I'm a pussy. I'm just gonna admit that I'm a pussy.
Use your guts as a weapon.
Like soft
It's just a
days.
joke, honey. That's her realizing it for a second. And then just dying. If it wouldn't have been that, it probably would have been something else, right?
I was picturing she got scared, smacked her head, and then she bled out.
Well, that's what I thought, dude.
That's
No, it's
what I
just
was
she
saying.
literally
Well, I said
got frightened.
concussion.
She was like, oh, I bet slowly moved to the ground and then curled up in a ball and just seized.
How long do you think he like took to respond? Because this is the 1800s.
I think if it was 1800s, I think while she's falling, he's like, ah, all the way down to the ground. She's like curled up in a ball, like. He's like, just get up. I'm actually hungry. You've actually pissed me off now. Get up. Because I would assume if he was just like, maybe dinner. She's like, oh. He's like, oh, I'm just joking. Oh, I think that he was at full in it. He's like, ah. He's like dancing and shit. I'm a psycho. I'm gonna eat your soul. It was unrelenting. And that's what he doesn't tell other people. She's like, really? Just because you scared her? He's like, yeah. I don't know what happened. That is weird.
Do you think after this he pulled another?
Bastard. Damn, that's really cool. You'll be like, do all that in a fursuit. That'd be so cool. I want to see I used to watch these videos all the time where furries are at conventions and they do the dance-offs.
Oh.
You gotta know, it's not just the skill of dancing. The fact that you're doing that in a basic couch oven.
I like how you're looking at me and your VTuber models not moving while you're talking.
Well, I can't help it. I'm talking to you. But yeah. Being a furry is not easy.
Prank in his life, or was he like, I'm done with pranks?
I think he's like, I'm done with pranks, but I bet you he's the kind of guy he has been tempted. He like walks into a house and it's like no one hurt him yet, and he like sees the person washing dishes. He pulls out the mask for a second. I've grown. This is a 1900s man growing as a person.
Today's video is sponsored by our partners at Factor. It can be tough trying to eat better on a busy schedule. You want to be healthy, but you want to be fat.
But as you can see, some people are simply not capable of handling pranks. But not just because they may pass out from fear, some react with full-on rage.
Fainting
Like this
goat.
next story. A chair prank that led to a brutal murder. Like chair pranks? I hate when people sit in my seats.
I hate when people pull your seat out.
Oh, when you sit down and then, you pull your prank, and then I don't know why, but every person's
take the seat
visceral
away from
reaction is just to turn and laugh. And you're like, okay. Dude,
You would hurt your butt bone. You fall on the floor.
Yeah.
It's like, what's her name? Lucy, I think? The one who pulls the football away from Charlie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
you tried to sit and you fell your asses on the ground now, idiot! Like, cool prank. I'm just like digging up some real shit from my past. In a Pennsylvania meat processing facility.
All right, we're all right.
Danny.
All right, it's a meat process.
Yum. Well, it's probably easier if you get the fancy ones from Japan. Apparently, they make... first it's... Dude, I make my own. It's an artist's love. I like to craft.
Yeah.
And they're not bad. They're not bad fursuits. Also, that way I know what they're made of and how to form it perfectly to my face and stuff. I prefer to make my own. and they don't look horrible. Like, I have a couple of fursuit videos in my YouTube of some, like, I have an Articuno, I have a Chocobo, I had an original one that I did that I recently decommissioned. Oh yeah, and my great apes. Mine are mainly based on anime stuff for the most part.
I blame
autocorrect. Oh. Yes.
Vasquez thought it would be funny to play a prank on his coworker, Peter Jock Adam. When Adam was sitting down in his chair, Vasquez yanked his chair out from under him. Adam collapsed to the floor, but did not find it amusing. Well, gotcha. And he just turns around like...
too. Dun, dun.
It's just a prank, man. Who's laughing? No one else is here laughing. Adam reacted by simply saying, I'm going to get you for that. And walking away. I'll tell you right now, that's when I'd be like, I'll try to sit down and then you pull it from, we'll be even Stevens. Yank my chair. Adam! But the next day, Adam confronted Vasquez and began wrestling him to the ground and choking him. Workers had heard screaming. And when they approached the source of the noise, they saw Adam stabbing Vasquez multiple times. After desperately trying to crawl away, he passed out and he later died in the hospital. Adam was hiding out in a shed when police found him.
I feel bad for the guy who got stabbed and choked, but he was hiding out in a shed.
Man, when he was laying on his ass, it must have triggered something in his brain.
Oh, wait, who stabbed who? The person who fell?
The person that got pranked.
The person who got pranked stabbed him?
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, I just ruined my life now. Oh.
I love that. Adam, probably sit on a chair in there. Try pulling my chair from me. Adam was hiding in a shed when the police found him, covered in self-inflicted stab wounds. He was rushed to a hospital for surgery, and police officers reported seeing a knife and a handwritten note near the shed that read, "See you in hell. Life for life." This is...
Oh. He felt really messed up about doing that. And yeah, you know what? It's easy... Oh god, I'm gonna get into some mental thing right here. I'm so sorry, especially after some trauma that I've been through and drunk. But I just want to say, it's easy for someone. I guess it's easier for someone to take someone else's life, but when it comes to taking your own, it's near impossible because your mind just won't let you.
Well, the natural need to want to live kicks in. Mm-hmm. Like to end yourself, you gotta go pass through some serious safeguards.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a creepypasta premise, okay? That just solidified every creepypasta story I read where it's like some guy just being like, yeah, I'm a little crazy. But it's just because the voices in my head talk to me. That kind of thing. Just over a prank. Let me ask you this, Nick. Was his reaction justified?
Was everybody around him pointing and laughing?
Exactly. Are we getting history here? Because see, at this point, it makes it seem like it's not a big deal. But if you have 10 people in a room pointing and laughing, that could mentally break a man. He's already having a bad day. He woke up, coffee spilled on his shirt, goes in. People are like, oh, diarrhea chest. He's like, it's coffee. And all of a sudden, now the guy, and that's just the straw that broke the camel's back, baby. I also like how I'll get you back. He's just being like, tomorrow, I'm going to wrestle you to the ground and stab you to death. It's not even like another prank. At first I thought it was like, oh, his counter prank is going to be the thing. He puts like a Chinese finger trap on him and the guy like is freaking out and like falls into a vat of acid or something. I don't know where they were. Yeah, at the meat plant. But not every prank is serious enough that it should lead to straight up physical violence. This next prank, however, was not quite as harmless. Let's talk about the compressed air prank.
Actually, I've read that.
Wow.
You could die by blowing compressed air on your skin.
Really? Like,
What?
I saw a video where it's like, cool hair hack, and it's a guy who like makes like a coif with his hair, and all the comments are like, do not do that.
Dude, you...
Whoa, really?
I think we're about to find out.
You have a air compressed thing too.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have learned this. I'm scared now.
could have died. The guy's like, huh? It's like Anton's in the deal.
How did they die from
Put your
this?
lucky coin. It's like the Grim Reaper was here. You could have died. At a plywood factory in India, a 40-year-old man named Ravender had previously been subject to ridicule from his coworkers due to him wearing tattered clothing.
Calling him poor.
All the homies in the plywood factory just being like, you know, hey, affliction called. They want their shirt back. And it's like, oh, it's buckled. I thought it was cool. One of the people bullying him was Anjan Mishra, who only got the job because Ravender recommended him in the first place. That's a little...
What?
What?
Okay, that's some horrible level of douchebaggery. The guy who helped you get a job, and you're gonna sit there and make fun of him. So he just got his own bully hired.
Yeah, essentially.
Wow, that's depressing. I thought they would be friends, but now...
Backstabby, okay? I hope Anjan dies, dude. Regardless, he decided to play a prank that involved sticking an air compressor into Ravender's butt as he bent down to pick up a block of wood.
Oh.
This is the worst.
I think I know what happened. He inflated his...
Colon?
Yeah.
LinkedIn recommendation. You could never give a guy. He's like, no, Anjan is really cool. A hard worker. Thanks, Ravender. This air jet is extremely powerful, used mainly for slicing through large blocks of wood.
What?
Oh, so it's the...
So it's stronger than the one you have, obviously.
Yeah, this probably has like thousands of PSI coming out of it.
Oof. Yeah, the one you have is just an automotive...
It's just a basic shop compressor. It only puts out like 120 pounds of pressure. This probably had like maybe 1,000 pounds of pressure.
So yeah.
Good God! When he stuck it inside Ravender, there was a brief laughter until he suddenly fell to the floor face first. The force of the air ripped his insides to shreds, leading to severe organ damage and hemorrhaging, and he died trying to receive treatment. Misra was arrested after the authorities reviewed CCTV footage of the incident. That is crazy. Also, my God! The air thing looks like a gas pump! Ravender's bum is loose. It's easy to stick inside Ravender's bum. It's like, what the fuck are you on, Misra? That is crazy.
Do you think he stuck it all the way up to the bent part? Oh, thanks for the job, Ravender.
Oh no! Oh no! Death, that's a super death booty warrior there.
All you had to do was fart.
Let out the air. Oh God! Oh, that is a horrible way to go. Oh no! Oh, I feel icky. Don't touch my bun.
Thanks for the job recommended Upwork. Are we saying that my boy Ravender laughed? Or are we saying that the group? I think the group laughed and then he just fell down. There's no way an unsuspected anal plunging leads you to being like inside and you're just like, no way. I think if anything it was, and he just fell down. Are you under the impression that Ravender laughed?
I like to believe Ravender had a bit of joy before his untimely demise. Oh, that's so funny, Mishra.
He's a fucking bully who's like also like, hey, I heard your factory's hiring. He's like, not really. You gonna get me in with your piece of clothing? Okay, I'll see what I can do. Whatever. This is the kind of thing where I wish my boy Anjan here gets a...
I'm glad the guy went to prison.
Yeah.
I'm glad the guy went to prison because that did not seem like it was all fun and games. I mean, the guy was probably dumb enough he didn't think that it was gonna kill him, but still, that's at least on a level of sexual harassment.
That shit happens.
Funnel up his ass every day and they pull a Tutankhamun on him and scramble his brains with it. This isn't the first case of workplace bullying that led to a brutal death. Gareth McFadden, a 24-year-old sales trader, had attended a staff Christmas party. The party was Hawaiian themed. Hey, malakalikimaka is a thing to say. So Gareth arrived with a fancy outfit, including a large synthetic grass skirt. The guy was stoked on the Hawaiian theme. Can you blame him? Who doesn't like wearing some Hawaiian button-ups, a little glass skirt, drinking some Mai Tais? Matthew Schofield, one of his co-workers, decided to play a cruel prank while he was in the bathroom. He reached under the bathroom stall, using a lighter to light the synthetic grass skirt on fire. That's a fun prank.
I know what. No. Because of it being synthetic, the fire, because it probably has chemicals in it that it was flammable. So
That's like, remember the silly string where people spray it and they got next to a fucking cake and...
Exactly. It was probably made of similar material as
Can
that.
you buy that shit anymore?
I haven't seen silly string forever, so maybe not.
Schofield was proud enough of his actions that he even announced what he had done when he returned to the partygoers. Perhaps he thought that Gareth would quickly brush it off and that it would be the end of it. But in reality, this resulted in a horrific string of events. Garrett's costume was fully lit ablaze. He was screaming till he exited the bathroom, where his head was described as glowing like a cigarette. My boy Joe Campbell coming back. Calm down, Gareth. You're ruining the vibe.
He's a glowing ghouls.
Oh, yeah, with the fire, I'm pretty sure his skin's probably...
He had to be rushed to the hospital, and it was discovered that 90% of his body was covered in serious burns, and Gareth died in the hospital 3 days later. I bet you anything Gareth recommended that dude too. I feel like this is the unfortunate core reality of these things. I bet you it was another recommend. Angela Offwood, another co-worker, was also seriously injured when the fire had spread to her costume as well. And according to her husband, she had to undergo 6 plastic surgeries on top of getting 800 staples in order to secure skin grafts. For this prank, Schofield was found guilty of manslaughter and was jailed for 2 years for the death of Gareth, and an additional 9 months for the injured Offwood, on top of being forced to pay $37,000 to both of the victims' families. What was her...
Good luck having that much money.
2 years?
Only 2 years, wow.
costume? I'm a cloud. All cotton. Why are it so dry? When you're a rebellious kid, it's easy to get caught up in a few pranks. Maybe you toilet paper someone's house or burrito someone's backpack.
What?
What the f does that mean? I've never heard of burritoing a backpack. Well, for some children, this leads to serious repercussions, like the egging prank that ended in a fatal car crash. In Houston, a 14-year-old boy and his 2 friends were throwing eggs at passing cars. These are what we like to call little pieces of shit. Okay? Toilet paper, harmless fun, I'll say it. Getting TP'd, it's an annoying yes. The rain will wash away the sins. That's what happens, right? Kids who egg, those are kids who parents don't love them.
What about rocks?
Same thing, Nick. Rock's okay. There's no yolk in a rock.
Dude, anyone who eggs nowadays with the price of eggs.
They're going bankrupt.
Has that gone down at all?
I think it's
I don't know. We don't buy eggs, so I don't know.
Speaking of rock, I remember someone threw a rock in my truck and I was going down the highway a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it bounce off the top part of the truck.
Oh, your trucky truck.
Yeah.
Truckering truck. Not our truck.
I think someone did that to the car, man, when I cracked the windshield on it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I was going over to Kansas. I think I was going with my dad for some reason. Someone that just got off work. Went under the bridge. I heard a big pop. And then when I got there, I saw a little chip in the window. I'm like, oh, something must have flung up. But I realized it happened right as I went under the bridge.
Assholes. Good thing you have insurance.
One of the drivers, who was pelted by them, rolled down his window and flashed a semi-automatic handgun at them in response. You know what? He's throwing eggs. He flashes a piece. That's only fair. The children got scared, jumping into a GMC Arcadia and speeding down the street as he chased them down the road. Okay, just want to reiterate.
Whoa.
Okay, maybe went a little farther than that.
Okay, so they're not kids, they're teenagers. Because they can drive.
They're 14. And yet they have access to 14. A GMC Arcadia. Okay.
Oh!
Oh, so underage driving, they probably stole a car.
Oh, no.
So...
Scared of being caught, the 14-year-old ignored the traffic signals and moved at high speeds until eventually slamming into the back of a pickup truck. The crash was so intense that the 45-year-old woman driving the vehicle had died before paramedics could arrive. The young man at the wheel...
Excuse me? Okay, a pickup. Okay. So they crashed into a 45-year-old woman's pickup truck.
Yeah, it looked like they T-boned them from what it looks like. Because they were so scared, they ran lights.
And then they were also had the gas. I think that's one of the main reasons why I hate teenagers. They think they're so invincible. They think they can get away with everything, but they don't realize the impermanence of life.
Yeah. Yeah, teenager. It's easy to believe teenagers don't think what long term. You don't think past a week, let alone decades down the road.
Right.
was later arrested on murder charges. Like, can you imagine that? High speed GMC Arcadia slams in the back of you at like even, I don't know, 50 miles, 60 miles an hour, and you didn't expect it. Oh, dude, you'd be fine. This isn't the first time that prank had led to the death of kids this young. And a similar story, 3 teenagers died after ding-dong ditching. I swear to God, one day that positive video is gonna come. And dude, I'm telling you, ding-dong ditching pisses people off. I ding-dong ditched this one guy one time, and he like literally chased me and my friends back. I mean, I'm like an obese kid, so it's not like he was, you know, this guy's an athlete. People get fucking pissed.
Was he stalking you slowly?
No, I was ding-dong ditch, boom, and he like immediately opened the door, and I was like, we made eye contact. I started running, and he's like, get back here!
Well, no one can ding-dong ditch us. We don't have a doorbell.
Like knocking it.
You can knock on the door, and I won't give a damn.
Which at that point, too, it was kind of weird to just be like, would you have just had this reaction if I was just like, hello, nice to meet you? I think it was because I was like, oh, and I ran off. I'm like, that seems like an odd reaction to be like, you son of a bitch! Which maybe I'm forgetting that maybe we were doing it a lot. I can't remember. I don't know. There's probably a part of leaving out where it's like, oh yeah, we did that 9 times at 2 a.m. on a Monday. In Riverside, California, a group of 6 teenagers were hanging out and being rebellious. One boy was dared to choose between ding-dong ditching someone's house or jumping in someone's pool at night. And by God, the boy decided to ding-dong ditch. He approached the house of a 45-year-old man named Chandra, rang the doorbell, and exposed his butt to him as he opened the door. Okay.
That's when it's annoying. If you just ding-dong and then you leave without anything, it's not that big a deal, and then you keep doing it, and just, it does get annoying after a while, but showing your butt, too. He missed the ditch part of ding-dong ditch.
Not ding dong crack.
We'll see that he's adding a little, that's a little cherry on top. That'll send you over the edge, dude. Way to light the wick. The kids ran off, leaving Chandra infuriated. Instead of leaving the kids alone, who were just having a bit of mean-spirited fun, he decided to get in his car and chase after them. It was noted in his later testimony that he had consumed 12 beers before the incident took place. Oh, dude.
Oh, so that's why he did it. He was drunk. He was drunk in his own house, but because of their fooling around, he became a drunk driver.
Go ding dong ditch at Herbert the Pervert's house. See what happens.
He'd like it.
Come here, little boy.
Oh, yeah. If he showed his ass to a child predator, he'd be like, oh, it's my birthday. Big Ol' Dummy was drunk. Aww.
I am in this man's shoes.
To be fair on Big Ol' Dummy, he was drunk in his own house, minding his own business.
So, to give on it, yeah.
Who's 100%. 12 beers in, you know he's like listening to something like music. You know, he's in the groove, and he's like, what the fuck is this? He sped down the road, going 99 miles an hour in order to catch up to them. And when he did, he rear-ended them. And the driver ended...
He rear-ended... Right, point proven. Sorry, give it a second. But 99 miles an hour and these 12 beers? Are you shitting me? That is way too... You okay? Sorry, give it a second.
Yeah, pause it, please.
He rear-ended them boys. Oh,
Pause it, right?
I paused the video. We'll be right back. Sorry about that.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Just choked on something.
Take your time. Ugh. This is why you don't eat while you stream. I choked on my chicken.
But you ran into them with boys in real life.
He did what?
You want to back it up a few since you were choking?
Yeah, thank you.
12 beers in, you know he's like listening to something like music. You know, he's in the groove, and he's like, what the fuck is this? He sped down down the road, going 99 miles an hour in order to catch up to them.
Jesus.
And when he did, he rear-ended them. And the driver ended up losing control and swerving off the road, slamming into a tree as Chandra...
Oh, did he end up killing himself?
No, he lived. I'm guessing they died.
Wait, but he was the one who veered off, but
he rear-ended the teenagers. Look at what the damage they did to his...
Okay, so the teenagers veered off into a pole.
They got rammed into a pole.
Oh.
Drove off. The crash ended up taking the lives of the 3 16-year-old teenagers in the car. My God. During the trial, Chandra claimed that the prank had made him fearful for the safety of his family, which emboldened him to go after them. All evidence, however...
You know, that could be a legit feeling he was feeling since he was drunk.
But once they leave and they run off, it's no longer you're protecting.
Yeah, but he was under the influence of alcohol.
It still ain't a reason.
If you ask me, it's everyone's fault in this.
Pointed to this prank being fairly harmless. Chandra had already faced criminal charges relating to alleged domestic abuse and now faces life in prison without parole. I love the...
Oh! So his fear for his family was just a facade after all, because apparently he beats his wife? It sounded like.
Well, if he's drinking 12 beers at his home every day.
Yeah, if he's already drunk. Oh, damn.
Moving on.
Idea of being like, they scared me and my family. I was afraid that we were gonna die. So you they were leaving and you chased after them. I had to snuff out the source. I was kind of...
That totally reminds me. It wasn't even a prank that was being done. At least I don't think it was. Maybe.
It's fault on both sides, but one party is dead. So, yeah.
Yeah. But this reminds me, my dad used to be a big drinker. He would go through
Anger
15. He'd go through 15 beers a day, I want to say.
At one point.
I'm talking about back before I knew you.
Oh.
And there was this one time, just randomly, someone knocked on our door. It wasn't a prank or anything. I can't remember what this guy needed. But for whatever reason, my dad was drunk, similar to this guy. And he was being paranoid about the random person knocking on his door for whatever reason. When he opened the door, he pointed a gun at him. And that poor kid probably shit himself, I bet.
You want to buy our Girl Scout cookies?
I think it was the wrong address for a pizza.
Oh.
I think that's what it was, if I remember correctly.
Are you going to leave a tip?
On the bright side, it's Texas.
Yeah, you can't do that in Texas.
Beers thing. Now I'm kind of like, you're not as pog as I thought, dude.
Yeah, he sounds like a monster.
This guy does sound like he's a bit of a monster, if I'm being honest. As you can imagine, the birth of YouTube pranksters has caused a whole slew of injuries and deaths to occur. Like the YouTube robbery prank gone wrong.
Oh.
20-year-old Timothy Wilk.
How is pretending to commit a felony a prank?
Well, think about people like Johnny Somali and that one guy.
Johnny Somali. Oh, I got Johnny Somali in here as well. But yeah, he's looking to spend probably most of his life now in Korea.
Yep.
A YouTube prankster was trying to make a prank video with his friend. The idea involved scaring random strangers by simulating a robbery. The two of them waited outside of a family trampoline park until they found their victims. They approached the group wielding large butcher knives. What they didn't expect was one of the strangers, David Starnes Jr., was armed, and he immediately acted in self-defense by shooting Wilkes. That's gonna happen.
Yep.
Okay, he died.
Yeah. How is this gonna go? How does this go? Did the guy? No. I need to know. Did the guy who shot him dead, did he get in trouble for murder? Because
I don't think you can, because
that was under a self-defense.
Yeah, at the time he perceived he had a life-threatening event.
Because they were wielding, I'm guessing, fake knives.
Well, in that moment you're not going to look at and tell.
Yeah. Oof.
Right on the scene, an investigation began. It seemed that Starnes has not been charged for the shooting. I mean, why would you be? If a person's coming up to you with a knife, you don't know it's a prank. Well, that's the fucked up thing about YouTube pranksters is that they like give people the idea that like if you do this, nothing bad's gonna happen. You know, we might get punched. It's like, no, dude, people are gonna like kill you.
Yeah.
What happened to that one in the mall?
So he had a permit for a conceal and carry, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
In one more. Oh, yeah.
Some guy was like harassing people at a food court, and a guy just pulled out a gun and shot him.
That was kind of recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a couple years ago.
In one of the more unique instances of pranks gone wrong, we have the man who died pretending to be Bigfoot. That's a way to go, dude. A 44-year-old man from Montana named Randy Lee Tenley. Yeah, Randy Lee Tenley had the goal of impersonating Bigfoot to convince people he was real. Montana Highway Patrol told reporters that, quote, he had the ghillie suit and was going to attempt to get the attention of passing motorists, and though I don't know what it means, make them feel like they saw Bigfoot or Sasquatch.
But what? So did someone hunt him because they thought he was Bigfoot?
My payday is coming.
Why would you hunt Bigfoot?
If you kill Bigfoot, you can turn.
No,
Look, I found.
You want to capture him? He's worth more alive.
Disguise, he walked onto the highway, and after a very short while, a 15-year-old girl had hit Randy with her car. He collapsed to the ground,
never mind.
and another ran him over, killing him. God.
Never mind.
Okay, that took a turn I wasn't thinking was going.
Okay, no. The issue wasn't him pretending to be Bigfoot. The issue was him jaywalking on a fucking highway.
Probably was dark too.
Add insult to injury immediately. Good Lord. After interviewing the man's friends, it seemed possible that Randy was intoxicated when he made this decision.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. If a guy is like, I'm going to be Bigfoot, he's probably drunk walking around the forest. In the end, no calls were made to the authorities in the area relating to any Bigfoot sightings. The prank didn't even work, Nick.
No.
Do you think she like swerved into him on purpose?
No. I bet if anything, it was somebody texting or something stupid where he's like, and then boom, rolls over. He's like, and then
Yeah, he probably jumped out at her car since he was drunk and probably thought that was a good idea. Didn't realize that she would run him over. She probably didn't have the time to react to it, yeah?
Probably.
Oh, I feel bad for that girl.
Again, just something like back to back like that, you know? Now let's talk about a man who found himself in a deadly situation playing golf. More specifically, at Top Golf. Top Golf is an entertainment center that features high-tech golfing experience. People can play with a big group of friends while they enjoy.
They have that up there. I want to try that at some point where you just whack.
Golfing?
No, the Top Golf.
What is that?
It's that thing up there by where your mother, that big tall thing you can hit golf balls out into the fields.
Huh. But why?
Drinks. It's cringe. It's a cringe time. I've done it before. I'll probably do it again. Just let you know, cringe. What can I say? For one man, this delightful center became an early grave. In the UK, Connor Groom and his best friend were at Top Golf during a Christmas party. The two of them had been drinking heavily. I just want to put a thing out there right now. If anybody's going to any Christmas parties this year, ease up on the pranks, all right? Too many of these have been Christmas-related pranks. Jesus Christ. At one point, Connor's friend drunkenly decided it'd be a funny prank to push him off the side of the course, and the two of them began jokingly trying to shove each other off. They probably thought that too because on the top of the Top Golf thing, there's usually a net. So I'm going to push them off into the net. Ooh, it's going to be so weird. After a while, they were asked by staff to quit messing around, but they kept at it. That is, until Connor ended up falling down. He hit the safety net, but rolled off of it and slammed his body onto the driving range 12 feet below. He suffered a traumatic cervical spinal cord injury as well as a brain injury. He was rushed to the hospital where he stayed for the following month until he eventually succumbed to his injuries. It was deemed a death by misadventure. The UK coroner's guide defines this as a death from, quote, some deliberate human act which unexpectedly and unintentionally goes wrong.
So was the friend not charged for manslaughter, or was it like a...
It's UK, who knows?
Lovely.
Sounds like attempted murder in my book.
I think if a couple boys are palling around, they're both drunk, and the guy was doing it too, guess what? You do a little Mario banana slip. Whoop! You fall off. It's nobody's fault but your own, dude. You know what I mean? Pranks, no matter how fun they may be, can go wrong very quickly. It only takes one small misstep to land in serious danger, friends. So if you're gonna pull pranks, don't be stupid. Don't throw eggs at strangers because for all you know, they're strapped to the gills and 12 beers deep. You don't know what they might.
Did you ever play pranks yourself?
Nah.
While we get to the end of this video. I remember my dad and I had a couple of pranks. We would take an egg, hollow it out, drain out the yolk, and then fill it full of confetti. Add a little piece of tape to it, and then you take the egg and you crack it on the person's head.
Well, you want to end the video here, or?
I do. Keep it light and keep it safe, because you don't want to be known as the...
Nice, friendly pranks, like when I added honey to my dad's shampoo.
Yeah. But that's this video for Papa Mead.
Thank you for joining us. Bye.